good evening if it's still at night where you at. It just made good morning for me about 4 minutes ago. I'm about to go to sleep, but I came on here and figured I still, oh, and I still got my do not disturb on. That's why ain't none of my stuff been coming through there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not what I want to do. Why is my do not disturb still on? Why I can't turn it off? There we go. Hey, y'all. Sorry about that. I forgot. Hey, I ain't gonna be on here long since I woke up from my nap. Ooh, talk to y'all nephew. End up having another Bible study. Like when I say I've been working, talked to my brother and we had a little bit. He was like, "All right, sis, I'm gonna call you in the morning." But I have been. He's been having me leave the mini and go to the 1, 2, or 3. And so basically, I'm starting over where I started with y'all 3 years ago. Y'all don't know how many times I have to do this, right? And so that's why I be like, no, I'm not repeating myself, because every time that God has me run into somebody that doesn't know the things that we know, I have to start all the way back at the beginning of Genesis with Adam and Eve, and then they ask the questions about heaven and all of these different things. So it's pretty cool though, because the baby that I was having, well, he a baby to me. He's 23, and he was reading, and he's hungry. And guess what? His family lives in Iran, and guess what he gonna do? So y'all remember we was reading the book from T of Yah, the Giant Cities of Bashan, right? We read this. This is something we read, right? So look, because he's, Palestinian, Iranian, whatever. So he said that I was telling him, I was like, it's a lot of places. Now, mind you, I don't know this baby, and I couldn't see him. I'm just talking to him, but I was like, it's a lot of places that's not on the maps, but they're historical and uh, very important, sites. And he was like, I literally just talked to my auntie in Iran, and she told me that if I ever want to come and visit, she'll take me to the places that most people don't even know exist. I said, oh my God. I said, well, even if you don't go, is there any way that you could ask her if we could get access to some of those pictures? He said, I'm going to call her tomorrow and have her send me some pictures. Or he's going to call her whenever. I think he said tomorrow. But he's going to get in contact with her and have her send us some pictures of these places that are not on your maps, that are actual sites in freaking Iran. Do you know how excited I am about this? Do you? Do you know what that means for us, family? We get some more inside information that most people do not have. Here we go. God just keeps showing us where to look and what to see. Like, it is and listen, this is why you can't be scared to talk to people, because we gonna get to see what we read about, which is, remember I told y'all in that book it talks about all these different black mountains. Remember I told y'all I went and looked up the black mountains of like Iran and Palestine, and you can't, like, they're not on no maps. Now this book is from 1891. So in 1891, we do get to go places without leaving home. I told y'all he let me go all around the world and let me see. Auntie then took us, and Classy Lady then took us places and sent us stuff back from all these different places around the world. We get to see, we don't get to go, but it's not an edited picture because it's a person that we know in real time that's going. So I'm geeked. As much as I done read about ancient Iran, I want to see it. You sure do. I said, I done adopted you. I haven't really figured out if you're nephew or son yet, but we'll get to it. We gonna get to it, but we got some family members in Iran now that's gonna send us some pictures. Okay. Hello. We got family members all around the world. I done told y'all. And two, God be sending us stuff from all over the place. I love pictures too. So I was telling him we got to see where John the Baptist got to, you know, receive revelations and all of these different things. Been around, girl, that's my song too. I can't find my baby. I don't know where. Come on, y'all know I can't sing, but yeah, that. We got family members all around the world, baby. And do. So y'all got cousins in Iran. Y'all don't even know. We ain't figured out if they probably gonna be cousins. They gotta be cousins. But yeah. Listen, you said been across the waters and have to leave the house. Listen, been across the waters and I ain't had to leave the house this part. Rika, when he said it, he said, I'm gonna call my aunt and have her send us. I said, oh my goodness. All my days. God said, oh, you wanna know? You wanna see? Cause I sure told him when I read, I said, God, I wanna see it because they don't got no pictures. Well, what if she go right there? I don't know. I have no idea. They playing. They've been listening and listening and listening. It was static over here yesterday. I don't know why. Angie, I keep telling y'all what it is. I ain't about to keep telling y'all. Y'all know the people's is over here. They've been over here since 2022. Mm-hmm. So, hey, Pumpkin. So we get some access. I'm excited about it. I'm so excited. We went through Enoch. We went through. Ooh, Lord. Y'all, girl is tired. And I'm probably gonna take a lot of next week off, y'all, because I've been work. All of our classes, we've been doing like at least 8 hours to 10 hours worth of class, 12 hours worth of class, like every day. All of our classes have been like 5, 6 hours, and then I come back on at night and do another 5 or 6, or I'm having Bible study with my kids and they friends. So next week, I'm definitely gonna take a lot of time off. So don't be expecting me to be on here a whole bunch because I need some rest. My mind is tired. Because y'all got to think about how many questions I answer. I answer a lot of questions. A lot. Every day. Even when I'm not on here with y'all, I answer a ton of freaking questions. And so then my mind has to like go back to where I read it. I might not have read it for 15 years, 10 years, 8 years. I don't know. So I have to sit and think, God, give me where it's at. Then I come in here and I'm looking through books and then I'm pulling out stuff. So, whew, you said you can't even imagine. Listen, and I'm having, okay, just think about how intense our classes were in the beginning. Every single time I meet a person that doesn't know the things that you all know now, I have to start over with that process from zero. Every time. Every single time. So I'm just because you got to go to the beginning, right? You have to go to the beginning in order to help people understand. So I'm always going all the way back to the same place, and then I got to try to run them through and tell them what books to go get. So I mean, even though I'm not complaining, it's cool, but it's so many. Yeah. I've started putting sticky notes and little sticky tabs and everything. TT, got to remember where I read it now. I don't know. I read so much. Now y'all see why I said, listen, I read so much I can't tell you exactly where it is, but you'll be able to find it if you go looking. Y'all starting to get to that point yet? Y'all read so many things that you can't remember all of it. You'll be telling people a story. You know the story, but you'll be like, I don't know if it's in Ezra or Baruch or Zechariah, but I know it's. Just give me a minute. Let me remember what you said. That's me now. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, roll back at Walmart if anyone needed to know. Okay, 25 cents a supply. You said yes. That's me now. So, so do y'all forgive me for because y'all people probably thought I was trying to be funny when I said, listen, I've read the same story in like 4 different books. I've read it in your Bible. I've read it in the OTP. I done read it here. I read it online. So there's different parts of the story that God led me to. We went looking, but I can't tell you. I like when people be quoting. I can't memorize scripture. I read too much for that because I don't just have those only 4 scriptures of the story. No, I got the whole story. So it's almost impossible unless God is giving you that gift to remember all of that. There's no way. Think about how much information we have just from the first 10 chapters of Genesis. Okay, yeah, I can memorize it if that's all I'm reading. But when you have the whole of everything that happened to Adam and Eve, and then everything that happened with this person, you can't remember all of that. Ain't no way you could remember all. I mean, somebody probably can, but I cannot. Sometimes I'm scared to tell because I don't want to give misinformation, but I do go looking for it. Yeah. Hey, Riz. We talking about, because we know like so much of the stories, it's hard for us. Like, you ain't no way I could not. Like, that's like trying to remember every word in Enoch. You gonna be able to do it? You think about just trying to memorize all of Enoch, book 1, 2, and 3, all of Jubilees, and all of Jasher, and then remember every single word of Genesis. Anyway, I mean, some people can. I cannot. So I'm about to give you this story and tell you where to go looking. He said if he said the books couldn't hold it, what he did, how can my brain this part? This part. But it's easy to memorize if all you got to do is memorize the little bit that's in the KJV. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those scriptures, like, because they memorize the main scriptures. They don't get the meat of the. You see what I'm saying? Like, we get the whole story of what happened with Job, not just that he was a just man. No. We know the names. We know this. We know that. It's a whole bunch of ways. Like, no. I can't even memorize scripture. I ask Google a lot, right? Yeah. I told you, I said, look, once you start reading, it's gonna be a lot. Now he's written the stories of the word on our heart. Does that make sense? We know it, and we know where to go find it. It might take us a minute to go find it, but the stories are burned in your heart. As we read the things about Enoch and that, you might not be able to quote it word for word, but it's here. Yes or no? Because y'all go find it for me now. Y'all know if it's in book 1, book 2, because I'll be like, y'all know, okay, can somebody find it for me? I don't have, y'all tell me the page now. And you might not remember everything on the page, but you know where to find it. You hear me? So, when you think about how much information that God has given us in the last 3 years, right, as a whole together, and again, we just don't even read just the Bible, because when we are searching about different cities, we're studying about how many different uh, uh, communities came in and conquered them and what they changed the name to. So one city could have had 10 names in the last 3,000 years, depending on if they were conquered by these people or that people. But you have to know, okay, it's still the same city, they just changed the name. So you might be saying one name and I'm saying another name, but we talking about the same place. It's just who had conquered them and changed the name of the city at that time. It used to be called this, but when they conquered it, they named it after this dude or his daughter or his son or whatever. So you didn't. I don't even know what you're talking about. You did. You might not know this, but I'm looking on 2 screens, so you might have typed something and I didn't even see it. Because I'm over on YouTube too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry. Why is it so chilly? It's been hot. Now I come in here and it's cold, which is crazy because it has been. Hey, hey, nuh-uh, not too late, nephew. I'm just up. I'm gonna be on here about maybe 35, 45 minutes, then I'm getting my butt in the bed. But Auntie been up working and working and working and working. Y'all know when these books come out, it's time to go to work. We in Genesis. Soon as these books come out, we in Genesis. Mm-hmm. We is in Genesis. Ain't that crazy? So y'all know when that come out, I'm about to pull up 17,000 books. But you know what? I'll say this. To see the light come on in people's eyes when they start studying and they start to look and see, it makes me very grateful. You know that? like to see it coming alive in people, to see the word come alive when you show people stuff and they're like, wait a minute, what? And it's like, bing, and you be like, yep. It is exciting, Rika. It sure is when you see that light come on in. And you be like, oh, okay, you picked that up? You put that in your pocket? Oh, okay, good. You're going to need to because he going to put some more change in there. Don't worry about it. He got some more stuff. But if you don't ever go looking, I had a conversation with somebody today and I said, look, why would God give you all the information if you don't want it? It's a waste of his time. But to those of us who do, he going to give us so much we don't even have time to study it. Can you raise your hand if that's you? Hmm? Is that you? He didn't gave you so much information now, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You would be over here, then be over there. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all something. I went back in my screenshots and I saw, remember I told y'all, let me see. I hope it's on here. Okay. This picture is from 2012 when I was writing my business plan, when I was selling the watch phones before Samsung and Apple. This picture is 2012. This picture is 2002 or 2003. I mean, 2022 or 2023. So 10 years apart. You see this? You see that? 10 years apart. It's the same thing. That was me putting my lamp together that I painted and put up in my room. But this 2012, this 2022, I mean 22 or 23. Look, 2012. This is my floor in my room, 2012. This is 2022 or 2023. Do you see it? So the same thing 10 years later is still happening. I'm still looking for all the information that I can find. I used to take pictures of everything I was reading every day. So when I wrote in my journal, I already knew what books to go back and look at just in case I had to talk to somebody about it in the near future. And so I have all of those pictures so I can go and tell you what I was reading on December 22nd of 2012 and then what I was reading because I take pictures of everything that I read so that just in case I forget that I read it here, I can go back and find it. Something woke me up and told me to look for you. I was in a hard sleep. I'm wide awake now. Oh, I'm not. Will you get ready to go back? I got maybe about 15, 20 minutes and then I'm getting off here. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go take me a bath. I'm gonna wait until my towel. Matter of fact, let me go see if my towels is dry real quick. Cause I'm just waiting for my towels to dry so I can fold them and put them up. And then I'm gonna get in the bed. I have Egyptian cotton towels and they be taking forever to dry. If you know, you know. They take forever and ever and ever to dry. Whew, and I stuffed the dryer. I normally do 2 loads, but I didn't feel like it. Well, I washed them separately and put the half in the dryer, and then normally I'll wait for them to dry. I'm doing them all at one time. I just did my laundry. I need to fold them. Yep, I'm gonna fold them towels tonight or this morning, whatever. I'm chilling. Yeah, they are thick towels, and I didn't have them things since 2012. And baby, they still nice and good, and I'm grateful for that. They was a gift to me. Thank you, Jesus, for gifts. But yeah, so in our studies, it makes me excited that, like I said, when I get to see that light come on, and I know that for a fact that a person is getting ready to go searching, because it's like if you answer one question, they want another question answered. And when you can answer it, then they want to go looking because they want to be able to answer questions as well. Does that make sense? Like, most of the people I talk to, they got a lot of questions about this or that. And because the world hasn't, um, if you think about it, nerds have always been seen as not cool, right? If you a nerd or whatever, you're always seen as not the cool person. And so people don't want to be cool. So then that equates to people don't want to be smart. They don't want to know, right? That's what TV showed us. Being beautiful and popular is more important than than having actual knowledge. Am I wrong? They try to make it like you cannot be smart and cool or beautiful or handsome or whatever else. They always want you to be, matter of fact, they say it, the dumb blonde or the ditzy chick or whatever, but she's beautiful. But they always make the nerdy girl look ugly or look funny looking or not be popular. And so that, even in that, is training for your mind. Ain't that crazy? They try to tell you that if you're smart, you have to be unattractive in whatever way that is. But if you're beautiful, it's okay to not know. Whether that be male or female. If you're handsome, think about it. All of the smart guys on Disney are not, they're not the desire, the football jock, exactly. They're not the desirable person. They're nice looking, but they're not intelligent. Why would you want to put that on TV? In our school HR voice, rest and recover. Oh, rest and recovery is important. That leaders don't experience burnout. Yeah, so for the next week, make sure you clock out and send your time sheet overtime to dad, vacation time, that part. Technically, I got another job I gotta do. So I'm still gonna be working, it just won't be here. Must be used and won't roll over. This part, I love you too. I do. I love y'all too. I got another job I gotta do, and I'm just trying to prepare for it. Oh Jesus! So I'm gonna get what I need to get together. That way, when I'm done doing that job, then I don't gotta be worried about nothing. I can just get back to this one. But when I say God has had me working, working, I'm serious. Like, get up, take your little nap. Come on. As soon as I get up, it's, you know what I mean. So it's between y'all and the real phone. And it's hours and hours and hours of work the same way we do here. So sometimes it just be a lot, you know? Because think about it. Most people that teach in the capacity that I do here, that we, how we learn, it's twice a week. And it really only be for like 45 minutes that the preaching and teaching is going, right? Or no? You very rarely sit and a pastor is teaching for 3 straight hours. Church could be 3 hours, but the word is not 3 hours. The word is 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 20, right? And then Bible study is singing, is testimony service. That's going to take up an hour. Then they're going to take offering. That's going to take about 15 minutes. Then if you get to church at 7, you're out by 9. Well, if the first part of that took an hour and a half, you only sit and listening in 30 minutes of word, right? Or no? We literally study for 4 straight hours the word. Or we're looking up documents 4 to 6 straight hours. Now we chat in there a little bit, But there is no singing. There is no, it's all straight learning and looking and reading and writing and searching. So yeah, it be a lot, you know? Because most times when the choir and all that stuff, I got bit by like, when I say these mosquitoes tore me up, and they always, didn't I tell you they always bite me on my feet? Always in the uncomfortable. They always get me right under my ankles and right on the top of my feet and between my toes. And that's exactly what happened. I woke up, but I forgot I went outside earlier for a minute. I had a dress on. Normally I go outside with my robe and boots on in the summertime. My snow boots. I do not, or I'll have pants on where they can't get to my ankles and stuff. And I did not do that. And I got big old red. Ooh. I be looking outside looking crazy. I don't care. I'm gonna have all my winter stuff on when I go outside in the summer if I'm sitting out, because I will get ate up, and it happened. I wasn't even outside 15 minutes, and I had a sundress on and some sandals, baby. When I tell you the top of my feet and my ankles is crazy right now. They got me on my hip, on the inside of my knee. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even feel it. Ooh. So yes, I'm scratching because I don't even know why we gotta have mosquitoes. Oh, sorry. Anyway, girl, listen. But guess what? I went outside today and I told y'all it was them chemtrails. What if that's what they dropping them out of? The smog of it all, right? Because I ain't really had no mosquito bites this whole summer, and I've been sitting out. But I told y'all I saw all them lines. What if that's what they dropping out of there? They didn't did it before. Released. They said they was gonna be releasing some kind of mosquito recently, didn't they? What if that's what they doing? And because they know mosquitoes spread disease, they know that for a fact. That's the easiest way to get something going. Think about it. You said that would explain the excess gator. Yeah, yeah, it would. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said get them organic repellent stickers off. Amazing circle. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look into something. I don't really. I told you though. Normally when I go outside, I'm completely covered. The only part of my body don't be covered is like this. My arms is covered. Everything be covered when I go outside. On Amazon. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I just gotta be careful though, cause my skin is so sensitive. They got stickers. Okay, we'll look into that. Cause oils and stuff had me broke out. So like what is it? Skin so soft that make them mosquitoes come bite me up. I can barely get to my garden because they so bad. As soon as I step out, it's at least 10 bites. Got it. So it's not just me then. Y'all got what, like where y'all at and y'all got bad mosquitoes. Apple cider helps with the itchy part of it. Put vanilla, they don't like it. I just told my daughter about that. I seen somebody had some Dr. Teal's oil and they put vanilla in it. You in Savannah, Georgia? Oh yeah, I know y'all stuff bad down there. Montgomery, they bad in Montgomery too. Mississippi, they bad in Mississippi. Okay, so it's everywhere. You in Maryland and you got tore up. Okay. Louisiana too. Okay. Okay. This humidity, they loving it too. You got to think about it. They love like the humid kind of. Jeez. Cali got them bad too. Virginia as well. So it ain't just us then. So they everywhere. Got it. Thank you, Crystal. Okay. So they everywhere. I thought it was, cause I'm in the middle of this, The wasp are worse this year. See, our wasp was the real bad last year. Remember? Well, matter of fact, the last 2 years, the wasp was bad. This year, it's these dang mosquitoes. I ain't seen too many wasps, but I definitely been seeing mosquitoes, big ones, real big ones, and that's why I ain't been out that much. Like I try to go out early in the morning before they moving around, and not late at night anymore because I don't got time. Listen, it's real crazy. So before my phone died, I got 9%. I wanna y'all did y'all see all the changes that's happening on this here is app? And they started today. They're bad in Oklahoma as well, and the flies and gnats are extremely bad. The nets, yeah. I told you I've been trying not to put them two plants outside, baby. What the heck? Nets is crazy right now. In Alabama, the gnats are terrible. And um, you said the what? The no-see-ums bite you. What's that? A mosquito? Yeah, the net's been real crazy. But you know what I realized I hadn't done? Normally in the summertime, I keep all of my drains and stuff covered. They call them fruit flies. Right. Same thing. Right. I normally, and I haven't done it this year, but I'm probably about to go on and get me some covers. Because normally my drain, everything be covered in the summertime. Wintertime, I don't care. But in the summer, I normally keep all my drain. Like when I go to bed, all the sinks is closed. The toilet I mean, not the toilet, but the tub, I put something over that to cover. They got the little things you can, stop the tub up with. The EPA said to have released going to release 2.4 million genetically modified mosquito. Yeah, I close it because the nets be coming up they be coming out your drains. Y'all know that, right? Most of them nets in your house didn't come from the doors being open. They came from your drains. That's how you can go out of town and don't leave no fruit out, but you leave your drain open and you get home and it's nets in your house. They don't always come from the plants. They come from your drains. Yeah. The super cyan mosquitoes, right. So this is where we at now. Okay. That makes sense, nephew. 2.4 million mosquitoes that are genetically modified. Yeah, and now they got 10 bites in like 2 minutes. It's crazy. I didn't even feel it. Like normally, when they bite you, you will feel it. I didn't even feel it. I came back in, lay down, and went to sleep and woke up with mosquito bites. Like what the heck? In my room, but then I thought about it. You went outside, so I didn't even feel them biting me. I didn't feel it when I came back in or nothing. Laid down with sleep, and I woke up and had big red ones everywhere. I said, "This is stupid," and I don't like being itchy. You said they're very tiny. I could believe it. They did drop mosquitoes in Florida. They were sterile and supposed to reduce the population. Fruit flies reproduce in the drains. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's why normally mine are covered up. But I've been lazy this summer. I ain't been doing it. Yeah. And it says some environmental groups say that that's a problem because they may be worse on the ecosystems because they're insecticide resistant. Let's just go on and get to what we was going. Here we go, family. Would that be pestilence? If they're insecticide resistant, would that not be pestilence? If you can't kill them with bug spray, that's going to cause pestilence, is it not? You said you was just getting ready. That's pestilence. Interesting. And you know how mosquitoes breed? All they got to be is wet and basically humid. And what has it been? It's been super hot, and there have been floods everywhere. And that's where they breed, in warm, wet, muggy like climates. You see, well, here we go. Mm-mm.
Jason Carr is a 12-year-old boy who died from a brain-eating amoeba last week on Friday, July 18th. His family is grieving the unthinkable and has many questions about how Jason died.
It's straight been hot
an attorney hired by the Carr family to investigate his death, and they say the Carrs want to do everything in their power to ensure that this does not happen to another family. Jason developed an infection after swimming in Lake Murray. This is a popular place. It's known as the Jewel of South Carolina.
What the heck? I don't want you to.
Where boating, fishing, and swimming are common. This infection is caused by an amoeba called the Naegleria fowleri organism. It thrives in freshwater settings like lakes and hot springs. The South Carolina Department of Public Health says that while they suspect Carr was exposed at Lake Murray, they cannot be certain. They say this is the state's first case of a brain-eating amoeba since 2016.
Wasn't there floods in South Carolina in October? Wasn't South Carolina one of the places that got hit by the flood with all the stuff going everywhere? And we talked about the bacteria and different things that were going. Remember, we looked up the lake systems and the river systems and all of that, and what the main rivers were all around the United States. And then we looked at what river pours into what river and what lake pours into. Remember, we did this. Who remembers we did that? We talked about the water and all of this stuff and how people are not worried about what's going on in Tennessee or whatever. But when we looked up what rivers flow into what rivers and what lakes connect, then we saw, wait a minute, that could be in our water supply. You remember, nephew? You remember? Y'all remember we did this? The classes that we studied here were not random. They were for a reason. What we seeing right now. Remember, Amber? See, y'all just be thinking it don't even matter. Like, TT just be having us look up all this stuff. No, I don't. We be looking for a reason. We looked up how many springs and rivers were in the world. We did. We did. And we looked up what water, what the Mississippi connect to, what this river, the Missouri, and where it flowed down to. We did all of that. How the little lakes run into the big rivers and what cities were affected. We did. We did. And it was for a reason. Okay? So a brain eating amoeba is in South Carolina. But do y'all remember when it was in Florida? What was it, last year? I think it was in Florida. The brain eating amoeba. Remember they was talking about it last year and they was saying that it was showing up in the water. Hey Jay. They were saying it was showing up in the water last year in Florida. Y'all don't remember this? And in Alabama last year? Okay. Now it's in South Carolina. Very interesting, wouldn't you say? I would. I would think it's interesting. It's showing up more and more and more. A brain eating amoeba. Interesting. Okay. Just put that in your pocket, okay? You got me? Put it in your pocket. Please and thank you. What is this? Next one.
Now, a doctor denied a woman in Tennessee prenatal care. Why? Because she's unmarried. Yes, this is a real story. And according to the New Republic, this woman had to go to Virginia to get prenatal care. She spoke out at a town hall. This 35-year-old woman claiming that she was forced to seek care in Virginia because her local medical provider effectively claimed a religious exemption in Tennessee. Provider told her that they just weren't comfortable treating her because she's an unwed mother that went against their Christian values. Now, this can happen in Tennessee now. Why? Because earlier this year, the Tennessee legislature signed a bill called the Medical Ethics Defense Act. It essentially allows medical providers to opt out of participating in specific procedures that conflict with their quote-unquote conscience. That includes any ethical, moral, or religious beliefs. Her and her partner have been together for 15 years. They're not married, and she was denied care because she was simply not married.
Did we talk about that happening? You wasn't going to be able to go to the doctor? Did we? In 22. Nephew, but did we talk about it? We talked about us not being able to have access to the hospitals. We did. If not the last day's shape. Amber. Okay, let's do one more. And tell me if we talked about this. Hold on.
I work for Medicare, and the changes that Trump is making, oh dang, can I probably not say his name anyway? The changes that he's making is real life. They are cutting people's Medicaid checks, no letter, no explanation. They are increasing their Medicare coverage premiums. It's like the only result is that they trying to, all the elderly. I literally had a man that was getting a transplant, got the clear on Friday. Yesterday on the 1st, they cut everything, cut his Medicaid, cut his SSI. He can't get anything. So he cannot get his transplant. In 3 days, that made a change. Like, check on your grandma, check on your grandpa, your mama, your daddy, because they going through it. And it's really sad.
The man was supposed to have a transplant of whatever organ or whatever in 3 days, and they cut his Medicaid, cut his SSI, and canceled his transplant surgery. Did we talk about that? You cannot tell me that the things that are happening are not adding to the 1/3 of the population being wiped out thing.
Shit, right? So,
Isabel, you shared
my
this too.
coworker texted me and was telling me that she was real faint Sunday. Let me put this into perspective. She lives in Long Island. And so she like felt faint, blah blah blah. She passed out. She went to the hospital. She had pneumonia. She didn't know she had pneumonia, and it caused an infection in her blood. My mother had to go to the hospital today, because my mother passed out in the bathroom yesterday, and my mother has pneumonia, which has caused a bacterial infection in her blood. My mother lives in Jersey Shore. The ER doctor said that there is something, people going out of the country, they coming back in. The big dog, BP, she went out of the country to Italy. She came back. She was sick as a dog. My cousin just came from Africa, came back sick as a dog. There must be some type of new virus.
I don't want to say because, they, whatever. Right, Jay. But people are just going out of town, coming back, and they're coming back, and their blood is infected. And if you go, her name is Cancel Culture Crew, but with K's. It's more to it. She was about to say the C thing. But she was like, it must be a new form or something because her mama don't live where she at. And the friend just got back. They all traveled to different places, but everybody is passing out. They got a form of pneumonia. It's poison in their blood. What is this? They said it's something going around at the daycares in different states where the kids have diarrhea and it's vomiting like real bad. I seen some talking about the hospitals or like public bathrooms. They didn't contract it, something sitting on a regular toilet, some kind of infection or something is going around. And then the people are getting sick because people have C. diff, and it's making other people sick. There are people that have C. diff using public restrooms, and even in the hospital, like I know, and I'm not even a medical personnel, but I got a family, a lot of people that are. You got to be suited and booted up when you're dealing with that. So if a person is dealing with C. diff and they go to a regular like open air bathroom that other people are gonna use that, other people can get sick, and it's happening. C. diff. Yep, the daycare my cousin work at, she said them children got it. No way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's real then. It sure is. CERCA, in that story I sent you, it talks about people getting sick from using the public restroom and its water. Okay. So maybe you didn't want to tag me in it. You said C. diff spores can survive for months. And y'all wonder why I be like, I will wait till I get home or take my potty with me. You said a lady on TikTok said she had it for a year and the medicine they gave her is not working. Wow. So then the plagues are here then. They're here. They're just, yeah. They're here. Because old stuff is showing up. And the real main resource we've had to really know what's going on is about to be cut out. Crazy, right? Yep, to decrease the chances of getting it, you have to wash your hands with soap and water, clean with bleach at the minimum. Interesting. Yeah. So be careful, family. That's why I told you I ain't. I'll be right here at this house. If I'm visiting, it's gonna be family. So one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. I know it's flooding in some more places and some other stuff. It's way more floods, way more floods. And if you notice, right after the floods go to a place, it's like stuff be happening there, especially in the other countries. It's like war is breaking out wherever the floods are happening, or either the volcanoes are erupting. It's like there's a natural disaster, and then here comes the man-made. You said, see, witness, not washing their hands. No, thank you. Don't touch me. That part. But get this. I just was looking at something and they said that bleach disrupts your thyroid. And I'm going to tell you something. My mom, she has no thyroid, and my mama used bleach all day, every day. She bleached everything. And my mom has thyroid issues. She had to have her thyroid taken out. So I've been trying to steer clear of too much bleach. And some bacteria can create spores to withstand harmful conditions. It's modified, if modified correctly. The Last of Us. Uh-oh, this. Yeah, they said it's a thyroid disruptor. And so I've been chilling out because I used to bleach everything down too. I don't. After I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. Well, we gonna use very little bleach. Cause my mama used to be like, we used to come in the house and you couldn't even breathe. It's that much bleach. And my mother, they had to take her thyroid. And I just found this out recently that it's a thyroid disruptor. I did not know that. And they say Dawn leaves residue that harms your liver, and we use Dawn. Hello. And then black folks was mixing Dawn and bleach. My mama was one of them, and I was too. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yup. Ain't that crazy? They be selling us stuff that's gonna get us sick. That's nuts. Mm-hmm. Well, you said you just started using bleach. I'm gonna stick with the white vinegar then. I mean, I think it's good that we keep it for cleaning, like just in case something gets real crazy. But me too. That's all I use. I no, I take that back. I use Down and Gain. But yeah, you got to be real careful with all of this stuff. And because we don't read the directions, I mean, not the directions, but yeah, you can clean with peroxide too as well. Yeah, but you're not supposed to use it because they actually, Dawn and bleach, you make a toxic gas. That's why they made Dawn with the bleach alternative. Y'all remember when they started making Dawn with the bleach alternative? The reason they started making Dawn with the bleach alternative is because Dawn and bleach make a toxic gas together. I'll be right back. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but they do. That's why they started making all of the different dishwashing liquids with bleach alternatives. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, I probably should have just let y'all go, probably, because I'm about to go get in this bed. Sprays and removes to clean with vinegar, baking soda, peroxide, alcohol are all my cleaning closet. I use them to make different. Yep, just make sure you're checking. Just make sure you're checking, because a lot of our cleaning products are not supposed to be mixed with nothing but water. And we'll mix this and that because we like the way it smells, and the whole time it's making a toxic, sometimes odorless gas. I knew about the bleach stuff years ago though, with the whole bleach alternative. Cause my mom, like I said, my mama was infamous for making bleach water, and then she'll dip the, the towel in there. It might have some soap on it or whatever that whole word. Make her bleach. She'll make her dishwater and then put a couple capfuls of bleach in there. I mean, this is how. And then she used pine sol to wipe the cabinets down too. You know what I mean? So it's pine sol. She would either mix pine sol and bleach as a cleaning agent, or when she was washing her dishes, she'll put a couple capfuls of bleach into the dishwashing liquid while she's running this hot water. Well, all of those chemicals together is not supposed to be mixed up. The fumes from everything. Your mama too? Yeah. Whole time it was poisoning our own families and didn't even realize it. Yep. Pine Sol bleach was a staple in our house. My mama she probably got a Pine Sol bleach bottle right now. And I had to tell my daughters when they had their babies, hey, either do Pine Sol or bleach. You're not supposed to mix them. And I didn't know that. And we used to make Pine Sol bleach. That's how my aunties, if you know anything about sweeping the carpet, who know about sweeping the carpet? These, back in the day in the 80s, well, everybody didn't have no carpet cleaner. So old ladies used to make a bucket of water, and they would take a wicker broom, a corn husk broom, and sweep the carpet. This is how they cleaned the carpet when we was young, and it had the house smelling good and everything. Y'all remember they let it? Could nobody walk in there? Right. No. Well, we had a vacuum, but some people didn't have a vacuum. But we did have to sweep. We had to sweep the carpet before we vacuum. We had a vacuum, but my mama, you better not try to vacuum that floor. You ain't swept the carpet first. She wants you sweeping up all the hair, and my mama's a neat freak, so it wasn't even nothing on our carpet for real. But you had to sweep the carpet first, then vacuum. You wasn't about to just be breaking no vacuum back then. They cheat now, but back in the day, vacuums, you had to spend some money to have a nice vacuum. Yep. So my aunties, that's what, and my mama, that's how they cleaned the carpet before they had carpet cleaners. They was gonna sweep the carpet with some Pine Sol and bleach and let it dry. I have a vacuum and still sweep because it will burn the vacuum motor. It sure will. Don't get me wrong, I still sweep the carpet too, but I'm just saying I don't do it with Pine Sol and bleach. I still sweep my carpet too. And do. And that's a good workout for your arms, for real. You sweep your whole house, baby. Arms be strong. I remember being young and dumb, and I used to mix ammonia, that blue toilet stuff, in common to make a bomb. It worked. Yeah, my cousin almost died doing that recently. I can't remember which three chemicals he mixed together. It was like something and something and something, and within 30 seconds, he was not able to breathe. You hear me? This, like, since I've been knowing y'all, my cousin almost died, and he's like probably 37 or something. He was cleaning his bathroom and mixed something and something else, and instantly it made it's like vinegar and it's vinegar and something that makes something gas, chloric something gas, and it's something that we probably all got in the house. And I'm talking about it literally sucks. It sucks the oxygen out of the air. Is it vinegar and I don't know if it's vinegar and it makes chloride something. That might have been it. And it literally, whatever that gas is, it literally sucks the oxygen out of there, and it's instant. You said your daughter did the same thing and it fled her. They could have died. She could have, like my cut. It makes a chloride gas. That A chlorinated gas. Yeah. 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 You said I was special enough to try that ammonia 409 and comment almost went to the upper room. Yeah, you cannot do that. She had to call the ambulance. Yeah, my cousin. Yeah, and this has happened like in the last two years since we've been doing this. It makes a chlorinated gas or whatever you said. Yep. Who would have ever known? My Theo yelled at me when I was 15. Man, I learned that day. Yeah, you can't do that. I had to tell my daughter quit mixing. You can't mix up all that stuff because they don't tell. I mean, it's chemistry. Crazy. So it's vinegar and bleach that does it. I know it was two regular things. Two regular things, and it makes a gas. Yes, he know we could be foolish and not understand. Yeah, it's crazy. Being killed yourself. It will kill you. It will, because it whatever the gas is, it sucks the oxygen out of the air. Like instantly, not a couple minutes, no. Instantly it is taking the gas out of the air. I mean the oxygen out of the air. Nice to know for an intruder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true. But you can't be nowhere around it. Like, cause it wherever you at, it's going. He almost didn't make it from what he told me. I'm guessing he almost didn't make it down the hallway. That's how quick it happened. Like it hit him and instantly he couldn't breathe. Like not gasping, but like I'm going down and might not get back up. Vinegar and bleach makes a chlorinated gas, which is similar and just as deadly. Interesting. I knew someone mixed ammonia with bleach and she had an asthma attack and went into a coma and passed away. In the child called it the mom mixed bleach and ammonia and that's what happened. It's a real thing. Yeah, like chlorophyll. Exactly, Mari. Ain't that crazy? Yep, my neighbors and police opened my windows and told me never do that again. Glad my kids wasn't home. Listen, in real life. hmm This why you gotta be careful. Like, reading is fundamental, for real. Not just going on what you think you know, but actually taking the time to understand. Gas molecules immediately fills the room. Once the reaction happens, so the molecules will fill any area that is closed off without the windows being open to release the molecules from that area. Crazy. It says gas molecules immediately fill the air and it's going to occupy any space. So it literally does suck the oxygen out of the air. That's nuts. It is. That's crazy if you think about it. Told y'all. Like, it's real. I told y'all it was instant. He couldn't, like, think about being at your bathroom door and just trying to get to, he ain't, I don't know, I ain't been to his house, but I don't think that it's a really large bathroom, just an average sized bathroom or a good sized bathroom. And he's a big tall man too. He ain't no little dude. Like he's like I think he's over 6 foot, like 6'1" or 6'2". I don't really know. Yeah, he couldn't even get to the door to like get to the hallway. Like he barely made it out into his hallway. He mixed it and barely could get out of his bathroom. My nose was ringing and I couldn't running and you couldn't breathe. Listen, and so many bathrooms don't have windows anymore. This, you said bleaching, rubbing, alcohol. Wow, interesting. You got to be careful. So, ain't that crazy, y'all? Why is they even putting this stuff on the shelf and they could do that? We got to think the air we breathe is a molecule structure. It's a formula, right? And think about this. A lot of people smoke while they cleaning. So maybe some of the houses that have exploded, They could have mixed them two chemicals, walked out, not thinking nothing, and then lit a cigarette, lit a bleezy, and boom. Because the gas molecules filled the room. You said we some chemists low key with everything we know. Nephew, you said I got an air quality monitor and put some hand sanitizer on while sitting next to it. It started beeping like crazy. No way! Hand sanitizer! Did y'all hear that? She said she got an air quality monitor and she sat down next to it and put some hand sanitizer on and it started beeping like crazy. Okay. Like you said, you're not supposed to mix random chemicals, right? I don't understand how no bathroom or kitchens have windows. Yeah. That's crazy. You can get fired for mixing chemicals together at work in hospitality. Oh, I believe it. Gotta be a professional, especially in the beauty industry, dude. You being made something to burn their whole skin off if you done it. A smelly one from the bath and body is formaldehyde. Interesting. Well, family, now you see why I be like, did you? I told y'all I read the back of my food and everything. And it's crazy because I always have like reading the cereal boxes is what started it. And from then on, I've always read the back of my food. Like even if I was gonna still eat it, I had to read everything that was in there from a little kid until now, and still do. People be looking at me and I'll be reading all the ingredients in my stuff, but I've been doing that not before. Everybody. I just always have. You can get yeah. It's crazy. Well, now that we know that the world, you said air molecule structure is composed of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and argon and carbon dioxide. Interesting. My dad, unbeknownst to him, had a bottle of ammonia and plant fertilizer in the garage and he set fire. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a whole, what's the name? I watch Law and Order. I know all about it. See, right here, you make you want to go natural and get clean and stuff. Right. Exactly. It's not so much the molecule filling the air. The gas makes the bronchial lungs constrict so you can't get air into your lungs. Okay. And it makes them fill with fluid so you suffocate and drown. Interesting. Yeah. Well, whatever it is dangerous and they sure don't be telling us about it. However it go, they don't tell us. And that's something people need to know. Just all of it lined up. They not saying if you mix these two together, don't. But we don't read to know what chemicals, and most of us have not. I mean, we took chemistry in school, but it ain't nothing to be knowing all of that. So this is why it's important to read and at least look it up and see. Okay, well, because think about how many little kids and people are probably sick because of this, and they don't even realize that that's what's doing it. Think about that. So, because we don't know there's probably several types of chronic illnesses that come from that, and they're not going to tell us. They are not going to tell us. So, I'm about to let y'all go because it's Saturday, and I'm about to go get my towels out of this dryer. You said you did that in your 20s and now you have asthma. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it 100%. So, I'm going to let y'all go. And I probably will see y'all sometime today, but I don't know when because I'm going to try to sleep in. And, but before I go to bed, I'm about to put them towels up. I'm going to fold them. I ain't going to let them sit in the dryer. It's been so hot that when I open my dryer, it's water in it. Anybody else dryer sweating? I hadn't used mine in a couple of days. Went in there to put some clothes in there. Literally, it was a puddle in my dryer. That's how hot it is. That's why I'm not gonna leave them in there, because I'm gonna have to dry them again, or they gonna be smelling like mildew. You too, nephew. Did you get my message? I sent you an email. Yeah. So that's why I'm not gonna let them sit in the, because then they'll be wet in the morning again. And then I have to take them out and wash them, and I ain't about to do that. So I see y'all. You said leave the door open. Mm-mm. The little bit of OCD I have won't let me do that. Didn't I? You don't know, all the doors in my house have to be closed, even the dryer vent, the dryer door. There's not one open door in my house. It's a thing. Everything got to be closed. Mm-hmm. Yes, I sent something back regarding the TF stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to look and see. Yeah, I do. I suction it out. It's cause it's hot. It's cause it's hot. It's cause it's hot. But I can't leave that door open. That's Don't y'all hear the door close? Y'all hear the doors closing as I'm coming out of them. That won't work. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Yep, they already came and suctioned them out. It's just cause it's hot. It's hot. Real hot. Real humid. It was like they said real feel yesterday was like 107 or something, or the day before that. It's been hot. So, yeah, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Today, maybe, probably. We'll see.